Coming at you live from Jean Walker Fieldhouse. Right now, there are 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter with the Knights against the Lady Grenadiers. I am Amanda Stickles coming at you with
Eric Velasquez here as well.
making his debut. Uh, right now, the score is 2-2, again with 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
What Prospect has been doing really well this first quarter is sharing the ball. Every time down the possession, they make sure everyone touches the ball, and the ball movement has been key. Uh, but that doesn't stop the Grenadiers from playing amazing defense and actually locking the Prospect Lady Knights down. But the transition play from both teams, like right now, open lanes, kicking them out to three-pointer, uh, has been spectacular. Uh, but you see, the transition is what is key.
Oh, a nice block there by Kowalczyk. All right, we have Chevelis coming in for Kowalczyk right now as the Grenadiers taking out the ball. Megan Murray, the key player for the Grenadiers. She was actually named Daily Herald All-Area Player last week. And we have a travel there by Murray. Yeah, last week, Grenadiers came off of a nice win, 46-43 over Buffalo Grove. Megan Murray had 23 of the Grenadiers' 43 points, so about half, which led her to be named the All-Area last year, all player last week, excuse me. Um, she's definitely going to be a key for the Grenadiers tonight.
I think a big key thing for the Prospect Knights, if they do want to pick up this win, is making sure you're sharing the ball. As you see right now, the way they're playing by the three-point line, everybody's getting a touch. Trying to feel out this 2-3 zone from the Grenadiers.
Yeah, definitely. We saw the Knights last week playing against a zone. They had a bunch of threes, I think about 10 three-point shots that actually made up about 75% of their points. As Kowalczyk and Dutrick takes a three, no good, and rebounded by Tierney.
And this is what you're trying to, what do you want to avoid as you know, for the Prospect Knights. You want to avoid staying around that three-point line and just taking threes. That's definitely not a way to win the game.
Yeah, I agree, because those threes are not always reliable there. So they really got lucky last week, I'd say, as Condeffer gets the lane jump shot.
Yep, that's a big height difference right there. It's going to be a key matchup to watch in this game.
I agree. Oh, as Adams
Already seen a couple turnovers, and that's just not going to help the Knights out.
Murray will take the jump shot. No good. Offensive rebound. Shot no good, and Chevelis will get that rebound.
You really have to be there for those second chance points. You don't want to give those up. Once, you know, it's a big loss.
The Knights definitely have to box out there, especially with Condeffer really been big as Chevelis
it's a big play right
gets
there.
that layup. Score will be tied 4-4 with 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Kind of a slow quarter we see today, Eric.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers. You know, I guess they're just feeling themselves out right now, trying to see how the Knights will do in this 2-3 zone.
Tierney's three is no good. Chevelis gets the rebound.
Taking it up the court with about 5 seconds left in the corner.
Kowalczyk will take the three. It'll be good. Yeah. And that'll round out the first quarter. Kind of a low-scoring first quarter we see here tonight. I think the Knights are definitely trying to really adapt to that zone defense, as they really like to play up-tempo, a lot of in-the-lane scoring, in-the-lane action, which will kind of be, I guess, a little trouble for the Knights tonight.
I just want to see the Knights get out of transition, making those early passes, making sure they can take advantage of that defense as they're going back.
Yeah, they definitely need to work on their fast break, as we didn't see a lot of that last week, actually, for the Knights. Wheeling was a very fast team, I'd say, so we'll see what they can do against the Grenadiers. But for the Grenadiers, Megan Murray, a really impressive player, as I said earlier today, with about half of her team, actually half of her team's points last week with their win against Buffalo Grove, 46-43. And also, rounding out the Grenadiers lineup, Tierney is a solid sophomore player. They actually have a lot of underclassmen on this team, a very young team that hasn't really changed last year, which really should help them in the upcoming years.
Yeah, they only have 2 seniors on their team. That is, very surprising for a varsity team.
Yeah, definitely a young team, and head coach Jennifer Buxton definitely doing a good job coaching these young players up. As we see junior Megan Murray taking the ball up.
Yeah. Driving the lane.
Duckman will get fouled, and she will shoot 2. First foul of the night will go to Abby Dansu. Kind of a slow first quarter, no fouls. This is the first foul of the game, so Duckman will make her first one. And also the second.
And just look at the Knights, the up tempo, the way they spread the floor. And you see this zone is what's really tripping them up right now. Trying to get the ball to the open Knight to make something happen.
Yeah, that double dribble by Chevelis, very uncharacteristic. Looks like she knows what she did. Saying sorry to Coach Miller there, but just got to get back on defense. Murray driving up, dishes it to Tierney. Oh,
there you go. This is what I mean. You got to get out on transition. This is, get the foul, get a point, get a layup.
Just as Chevelis did right now. She'll shoot 2. And that'll be on Duckman. Grenadiers' first foul. Chevelis' first free throw is good. And we'll see Sarah Skaggs coming in for other sophomore Elliott Utrecht. And her second is good. Looks like Knights starting off with a press defense here. Trying to put some pressure on the Grenadiers.
And they want to do that to get the ball out of the hands of Megan Murray, as you mentioned. I'm sure they looked at Phil, try to get ways to get around her, make her not the center focus of the offense today.
Definitely. I totally agree, as Stephanie Kowalczyk picks up her first foul of the night.
This is what you like to see, having them trouble inbounding the ball is going to be super key, causing turnovers.
Definitely. As Dansu with the nice rebound, definitely going to be a big key for the Knights, getting those rebounds, not letting those second chance points up.
And look at the ball movement. Finding that
from
open
the corner,
3.
the 3 is good. Chevelis with a nice steal.
And this is what
great job.
For.
She'll go up. That'll be no good. Skaggs with the rebound. Dansu. Oh, that'll be a nice steal by Megan Murray. She'll drive and she'll get fouled. That'll be Kowalczyk's second. Yeah, Megan Murray, a really versatile player. Last year, she was named to the all-area team, averaging 12 points a game and about 3 steals. So we'll see that, or we have seen that right now tonight. First free throw, just a little long.
And this is why, if you're on transition, you want to, make sure if you can get the foul, and just not let an easy layup happen.
I agree. So we see Gusloff coming in for the Knights for Dansu. I really think Miller's trying to use Gusloff's height to their advantage, trying to get those nice rebounds there, as that'll be a definite big key for the Knights. Yeah, the Knights coming off of a nice win off of St. Charles East. It'll be Wednesday night. Ashley Adams had a career-tying high of 20 points that game. And also coming off of a good, as I said last week, win against Wheeling. Wheeling also very similar to the Grenadiers with a 2-3 zone. Looks like the Knights are really adjusting, trying to pass pretty fast, as Murray will take her last free throw. It's good. Looks like the Grenadiers are starting to put some press defense on the Knights. Trying to put some pressure on there.
You see that's what the pressure is good for. Look, but now you got to make sure you complete those passes. The Grenadiers are having 3 people in front of the Knights, as you can see right now. 3 pressures, a full court press, and you got to find the open Knight to get some points going.
Yeah, Skaggs from the corner, no good. Rebound by Murray. Really passing it up. Duckman goes up. Oh! And Kowalczyk will take the charge. That was a good move by Kowalczyk, really making sure her feet are set and then that she was not moving.
It's such a defense-oriented game where, 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and it's 12-7. So both teams, playing really defensive, causing a lot of turnovers, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, as Coach Miller has told her team that their offense really starts with their defense. So they're really trying to work on their defensive game, and also putting pressure on the other team is a big thing for the Knights.
And just look at the ball movement. Everybody from in and out. That could happen as well, but you want to make sure you are passing the ball to the open Knight to get that open shot.
Looks like Kowalczyk just took a little skip before her dribble, causing that travel there. Murray will take up the ball. Troush looking. Nice steal by Kowalczyk. It will be off of the Grens. It will be Knight ball. That was a great effort by, I believe that was Stephanie Kowalczyk there. Gusloff in the middle, dishes out to Skaggs. Skaggs will drive up with the floater, but there will be no shot. It'll be an offensive foul on Gusloff, I believe. Murray will be fouled by Chevelis. A nice effort there by Chevelis, but a little too much contact there.
I think Chevelis has done a great job so far in the game, making sure she's up in front with Murray, not letting her have the shots that she will knock down.
Skaggs with Chevelis looking for Skaggs. Skaggs driving again. It'll be a nice floater. No good. Murray with the rebound, taking it up. Really pushing the ball. Tierney. Layup is no good, but rebound, and she will be. That will be a travel on Ken Duffer right there.
That was. You want to see more better transition defense from the Knights. They did get back quick enough. They almost set up an open layup. Thankfully, she did miss it though.
Chevelis taking up the ball, searching, finds Skaggs. Tipped out by Troush. Chevelis, Skaggs. Back to Chevelis at top. Searching for an open man. Finds Kowalczyk. That'll be a pick off by Masneka.
Yeah, Chevelis really having troubles right now. Keeping the ball, making sure to find the open person.
Dansu on the inside. Dishes out. Skaggs. Inside to Adams. Adams will be fouled, and that'll be an and one.
What a year for Coach Miller. Taking on the role as the head coach, girls basketball team, you know, new programs, switching everything up, and she's done a great job so far.
Yeah, definitely doing a great job. So we see Adams, really seeing her for the first time really this game. She's been kind of quiet down there in the lane with that big zone, especially with the height that the Grenadiers have as she makes her free throw. Really being a challenge for Adams there. Murray kicking it out.
Jayla. And that's great.
A nice
defense.
steal by Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk will be blocked by Masnika.
But for Coach Miller, that's a great sign. You know, she stands for defense, turns into offense, and that's basically what it showed right there. You can lock them down, get the transition, get that going.
I agree. Yeah, the transition has been a big thing for the Knights. Really trying to get back on defense. They focus on as the Grens tip the ball out.
The Knights really struggling to keep the ball and have a longer possession.
Yeah, a lot of tips, a lot of steals we've seen tonight, more than usual. As Adams has the ball to Kowalczyk, to the other Kowalczyk. Dutrecht from the corner, no good.
But you found
Grens
the
with the
open
rebound.
man, and that's what you're looking for.
Masnika, the jump shot is good. That'll put the Grens up 13 to 15 to the Knights. Still leading, but not by too much.
Kowalczyk with the ball.
Definitely see the Grens defense really energized.
Yeah.
Really, as Kowalczyk takes the floater, it's no good.
That's tough.
And Murray will go for a fast break. Looks like she hesitated a little, but the jump shot's no good. Dutrecht with the rebound. Murray with some pressure.
Dutrecht carrying the ball up. And passing out to Kowalczyk for three.
No good.
Murray with the ball now for the Grens. She's pushing the ball up. And you see from the Grens right now, they're not moving. They haven't stopped moving. They're energized on defense, energized on offense, and the Knights have done a good job. I mean, of keeping that on hold.
Yeah. That would be a little confused on what just happened there.
Knights ball.
Was that a lane call or?
It was a lane violation.
Oh, right.
3-second call. Cervelli's now with the ball. She's carrying off the Knights. She's checked back into the game. And you see Kowalczyk driving it in. Passes it back. The other Kowalczyk gets the ball. So it's the ball now for three.
No good. Nice effort by Dansu getting that ball in.
The second
Adams.
chance points, it's going to be what's key here.
Definitely. As we see a foul.
Cervellis inbounding. Finds Kowalczyk. Open for three. Knocks it down.
That's a nice three there by Kowalczyk. She was wide open.
And look at the pressure. Look at the pressure defense.
Great job by Chevelis
Super key
there.
right now. Great job by Chevelis, you just mentioned. She's super excited with a smile on her face. You know, she helped out her team.
That's definitely key for the Knights there. They really need to make sure that the Grens cannot get up the floor very quickly.
Kowalczyk, another three.
Nice rebound there by Dansu.
There we go.
And then another
Kowalczyk
drive
with
to
a floater.
Those
now
shots
Murray on transition.
Landing.
Chevelis carrying it up the floor. And look at her tempo. She's running down. She finds an open jump shot. She's taking it. You'd like to see that. But then you also want to make sure you're getting back on defense.
Yeah, this has
right
definitely become a fast-paced game.
Kowalczyk doing a great job to slow that fast break attack down.
I think the Knights are just going to need to slow it down a little bit more, try to set up some plays there.
Check.
A long run of fast breaks here.
That's right. And you see Dancer just inbounded to Chevelis, and Chevelis going to be carrying it up the floor. Again, you can tell her tempo is, is picking up a little bit. She fights Kowalczyk on the three-point line. And that's what you like to see. Look, now they just broke down the defense, and Dancer finds an open jump shot. Doesn't go in, but that's what you like to see. You like to see the Knights, finding a way to break down that zone.
Yeah, that was a great look for Dansu. It's just got to make that shot. Good effort there by Adams. The ball will be the Grens. Yeah, I do believe, I really believe that the Grens defense is doing a great job, and the Knights really need to work past that zone, as I know they've been working on for a little bit.
And something the Knights have done great all game, and as you see, Chevelis carrying it up the floor off a Dansu rebound. Chevelis backing it up, open for a jump shot. She can take it, and it goes in.
Nice. That'll be Adams' first jump shot of the night. So we see Murray a little hurt down there.
Good to see she gets up. A little hurt, but
looks a little rattled there. I think she wants to stay in the game, though.
She has to check out. She'll go back in. Oh no, she's inbounding.
Yeah. That's definitely respectable. That dedication to the team and to the game. She knows that she is a key player in this Grenadiers.
About 5 seconds left in the quarter. You see the Knights on transition. Chevelis open for a jump shot.
Nice jump shot there.
It's an awesome play. 22-13 at the end of the second half. Great job by the Knights getting rebounds, making that transitions in offense.
That's definitely the key for the Knights, that transition, and also limiting those turnovers that we saw in the first 2 quarters, actually, I'd say.
First half, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here live with head coach Marie Miller. Coach, what do you think was your key, starting slow? How were you able to continue and finish strong in the first half?
By the
just continuing to push the girls and have faith that they know exactly how they
today it just
should
doesn't
play
seem
and
like
coming
their
together and keeping the kids out there that do make an error here and there to give them a little
so they're
bit of
really going to
confidence
have to
make up for
focus
it as
on
they go.
getting
So
the
come out
ball
immediately
inside,
there and
really trying
head case and
to
get a little bit nervous, so we want to
dismantle that defense. The Grens defense,
absolutely. Well, you have to continue to the second half to keep the success going.
Expanded
we're boxing on decently on this end, but we have to start crashing
the two on the top are really extended to
Elk Grove. They're going to continue to run, crash hard, and we got to match that speed.
Absolutely. All right. Good luck in the second half. That's all we have for Coach Miller, Amanda, and Eric. Back up to you guys.
Game, they got to make those turnovers turn into points, and that's going to be key. I'm sure that's what the Grenadiers coach Buxton's going to talk about here at this halftime.
Yeah, I really think what the Knights need to do is to get someone on that elbow, because it seems with those 2 defenders really pushed out to the front, if they can really draw them out and then get Adams or Dansu or one of their middle men up to the elbow for that nice jump shot. And as we saw, Adams can make that jump shot. She had a great shot from there for her 3rd point, I believe. So I really think that's what the Knights need to do. And also they need to really work on making those shots. They've had some good looks. They definitely have. It's just some of those shots are just not falling. They definitely need to make those in order to turn this game into a win. We will be back after the half from Jean Walker Fieldhouse. And we are back. It will be a Grenadiers ball with Masnika passing it to Murray. Nice steal by Dansu there. She takes it up. And the layup is good.
What a nice layup.
Great effort there by Dansu. Especially as she was falling a little bit on that one. A little tripped up.
Trying to find a play for Murray.
And Tierney will dribble it off her foot. That'll be those kind of turnovers that the Grenadiers really can't afford there. Especially in this half, down 13-24 to the Knights.
Yeah, we see Dansu's going to inbound into Sevillas here. It's going to be really key. I believe Coach Miller probably went over this with the team, limiting those turnovers, and we'll see what they do here. So you see Sevillas going to be trapped, finds Dansu in the post, turns around, gets the block there, but finding those open passes, finding those open man, that's what's going to be key for the Knights. Is Sevillas will inbound here.
Yeah, really nothing you could do against Ken Daffer there. One of the 2 seniors on the Grenadiers team, standing at 6 feet. Yeah, Dansu only standing at 5'6" there. Yeah. Really nothing you could do there.
Kowalczyk playing good defense there, but giving that open layup is not going to be a way to win.
A nice lay-in there by Tierney.
Sevillas has the ball. She's stuck on the. She's getting double teamed at the top, and that's where you find someone else. And that's what causes turnovers. You see Kowalczyk driving in, passes it off.
Oh.
Ooh.
Looked like a good
you gotta get back on transition defense.
Dansu just wasn't there.
Murray gets the open layup. Dansu's going to inbound it to Sevillas. Sevillas carrying it up the court. And we're going to see that double team again from the Grens.
Yeah, they're really pushing out there.
But now you see Dansu, Kowalczyk in the corner. He's going to shoot a 3. He's off a little bit. Dansu with the rebound.
Oh, nice fight by Dansu there.
Yep.
And
that's a nice jump shot.
Yeah, Adams actually is a guard at heart, has been playing guard in her AAU days and also at St. Paul. Really
and you want to be careful with those turnovers as Kowalczyk gets a layup, misses, but Sevillas is there to pick that up. And
good job by Sevillas for being there.
And there she is again.
Tip. And Kowalczyk will get that. Oh, everyone's on the ground now. Good effort by the Knights. Their defense really looks like they're energized, ready to get some steals, ready to get some turnovers there. That was
big grand turnout here, especially from the girls Grenadiers program. Definitely here to support their team. Sevillas will inbound it again as Utrecht comes in the game.
Yeah, both Kowalczyks will come out now, but that was again a really good effort by the Knights defense by both Kowalczyk and Sevillas trying to get that ball in.
Sevillas is going to inbound it to Utrecht. Utrecht up top, and this is something you see here. Now she's getting double teamed now, and that's what the Grens are so good at. You see Sevillas trying to find the open man. She finds Adams. Adams put up the jump shot.
Moved a little bit before she started dribbling there.
But now we see a hurt Gren. Hopefully she could bounce back from that.
She's going to shake it off there.
Okay. The inbound for the Grens.
Nice putting some pressure on them.
Yep. Yeah, they were running a full court press. As you see, Murray finds a way to get around it with the floater. It doesn't drop, but we see Skaggs get that rebound, and Sevillas is going to be pushing it up at a very fast pace. Dansu is going to pass it off. Elliott is going to score the layup. And that's that fast transition defense, offense you want to see the Knights play.
That'll be a foul on Sevillas. Looks like she just took Murray over there.
With the ball.
I'm not even sure if she hit her.
I saw ball contact there, but definitely some sort of type of contact. As Murray will get the ball off the inbound, and she's pushing it up the court. And I think the Knights should double team her. Make her get those in the situation where she has to pass out. As they're playing man to man right now, and Murray gets an open lane. She was able to drive it at Dansu, inbounds at Chavalis.
That's really what the Knights are going to have to focus on, containing Murray, because it looks like Murray's getting hot here as she scored her 5th point. They're going to really have to keep her contained, not let her drive the lane as Dietrich is fouled and will be shooting 2.
And what an impact by Skaggs. She just came in the game, and she had a huge impact on defense, offensively, making sure she gets those right passes. It's been key right now.
Yeah.
As Dietrich will shoot 2. She'll miss the first one. Hopefully she can bounce back and score the second one.
Quick shout out to one of our sports editors and announcers, White Dietrich. That is her sister right there. Just had to put it in right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and she'll knock down the second one.
Dietrich, just a sophomore, a really big impact on the Knights as she is scoring in the double digits pretty frequently, as she scored 11 last game against Wheeling.
She's one of 2 sophomores on the team.
Yeah, those sophomores definitely making a big impact on the Knights.
Yeah. She has the ball right now. It's top of the 3-point line. Pass off to Chavalis. Back to Dietrich for 3. Won't make it. Oof. That was very interesting play.
A very physical game we've seen tonight.
Very physical. A lot of people hitting the floor. It's been kind of a kind of odd game as Chavalis will inbound here. She's probably going to be looking for a Dietrich as she's a guard. And there you go. Dietrich back to Chavalis. Chavalis will drive in. Back to, I'm guessing that was going back to Dietrich, but not be able to get it. Back to Dansu. She's going to be taking it up the court. Dansu back in the post. A nice little hook shot as that will drop for the Knights. It's a huge, nice shot there.
I think that's what they're going to really have to do.
Grens are pushing it up, but it's such a fast pace. You know, she loses her dribble there. And she's hurt a little bit.
Mesnica will be limping off the court.
She's not like she's in good shape right now. Yeah, and this is why it's a very physical game. You have a lot of people hitting the floor, and hopefully we don't see a lot of those injuries again. But as we see, you'll see Chavalis, the point guard, the guard for the Knights, taking it up. There goes the double team again. Dansu.
With that double team, they really need to focus on getting someone in that top area of the lane, right near the free throw line. It's wide open. If they could just get someone right there.
Yeah.
Or find the open man there.
Yeah, find people cutting. And as Dansu, I would like to see one of the guards have the ball. Dansu is playing the 3-point line, and I personally feel like, either Dietrich or Dansu should be having the ball there. As Chavalis will have the ball. Top of the 3. She
some nice pressure by Murray
passes in the lane. Of course, she gets stuffed. But Murray taking it up the court. Look at that pass. Gets picked off as we have Chavalis taking it up the other end. And you can tell the pace is picking up a little bit. As Skaggs is over by the corner of the 3-point line. Pass back to Chavalis. Dansu in the post. Back to Chavalis for 3. And we'll see that drop. Huge play for the Knights, and that's how you break down the zone. Inside passes out, and you'll have an open shot, and that's what you want to see the Knights do.
There you go. I definitely agree with you. They definitely need to break that zone. Their zone's playing pretty expanded right now, and as I said, if you just pass on the inside to that open lane, make the defense collapse, and then dish it out for that nice jump shot, and just got to make those shots. And that'll be the key for the Knights, as they're up a good 15-point lead, so they have some room there, but definitely cannot count out the Grenadiers right now, as they definitely like to play an up-tempo game. As Coach Buxton to the Daily Herald said that their key really is the up-tempo, the fast break, and we've seen that tonight, as at every chance that they can get, they pass it down as fast as they can to really get that fast break, try to get that layup there.
And that's good or bad, it looks like right now in the third quarter, what's left of it, Grens have turned over the ball a lot. And, now it's a 36-21 game. The Knights, increasing their lead a little bit. That's not a good look for the Grens.
Yeah, but it definitely does not feel like a 36-21 game.
does not.
It does not.
It does
it's
not
really up-tempo. It's very physical, as we've seen. As we've said, there are people falling to the floor, people having a slight injury, timeout there called by the refs sometimes. But
and the first time we'll see Caleb Byron in the game. She checks in.
Burns' first appearance of the night. There is a
ball
rolling onto the court. That might be the work of Harrison Rathy over there, the boys' assistant head coach's son.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun over there with the basketball.
Yes, he is.
Inbounded to Murray. Murray's going to be taking it up the court. And typical with Murray, she's having a great night tonight. You know, sharing the ball with her teammates, getting layups.
Yeah, she's definitely done a good job. Obviously, she only has 5 points tonight, which is a little uncharacteristic of her.
Yep.
But she's definitely done a good job of making sure her teammates have good opportunities also.
Yeah, and look at Byron. She just came in the game. You know, isn't scared to get down on the hardwood floor, and you know she picks up a rebound right there. She'll inbound it back to.
We'll see.
DU-track. You look at that fast pace. That's how you get that full court press. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You know, you get the open. And down the floor.
And that was a great decision by DU-track, not going right into the defender, who she knows.
And Murray for three
here.
Than her. Oh, but she gets her own rebound and puts it back up and one. She's having a great showing.
Yeah, that was great effort by Murray, really doing what she knows she can do, knows what she has to do for the Grens in order to get back into this game. We'll see both Kowalczyks coming in for Chevelis and Skaggs, who both did a great job for the Knights. We really see a good distribution of points here for both teams.
Murray's
looks like a lot of people getting a lot of opportunities tonight.
She'll miss the free throw, but still gets 2 points out of it as DU-track will take it up the court to Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk with a nice little crossover, back to DU-track, back to the other Kowalczyk.
Shot by Gusloff is good. That's exactly what I think the Knights have to do. Get someone right up on that elbow to get that jump shot. Great job by Gusloff there. Great job by Miller.
And look at the pressure from DU-track. You know, she's getting all up in Murray's face, and that's what it causes. Look at that help defense also came in big there as DU-track will take it up the floor to Kowalczyk. Ooh, just a bad pass there. Now Murray on the other end is going to pass it up. It's going to be easy layup there.
Easy layup by Kindeffer right there. Yeah. That's that transition defense the Knights really have to get back as the Grens. We know the Grens want a fast break. They want to get that fast layup.
Yep. Kowalczyk to Kowalczyk. Back to DU-track.
Looks like they're
DU-track
really trap here.
And
she'll be fouled.
A lot of contact there. Looks like that was a foul.
Grens defense really getting physical, really trying to double team whoever has that ball. See if they can force a turnover there. As Mia Gusloff will make her first free throw.
Out of 2. Yeah, she's going to be a big inside presence. She's 5'10". You need one of the tallest players on the team, so you definitely want her to have her down the post,
so
battle
she
those
can really
boards.
Stand up to Kindeffer down in the post, as it looks like no one else has really been able to do.
And look at the ball movement here, look at the movement of the ball to the Grens. It looks like
Kowalczyk slapped that ball away.
Yep.
Nice effort there. It'll be a Grens ball under the basket.
Duckman's going to inbound it, find Murray on the corner of the 3. Oh, she's going to inbound it.
That was
pass it in.
Great pass.
That was a great pass from Murray to Kindeffer.
Yeah, a great floating pass. She knew that Kowalczyk was shorter than her, used Kindeffer's height to their advantage, and really just floated it right overhead, right where she wanted it.
Hey, here we see, this is just, it's getting a little tough here for the Grens to hold on to the ball.
Yeah. I think they really need to just calm down, set up a play, and see what their offense can do. as looks like
Murray will control the ball.
Do that.
Yep, she's going to shoot the three. And that's, I'm not sure if that was the play I was trying to open. No, that's not what you don't want to see. Kowalczyk will set up for three. She'll miss, but another Kowalczyk gets a rebound. Oh.
That'll be a foul on Trick right there. Looks like she just caught her hand there, and Murray is just going flying tonight.
Yeah. 16-point difference, 60-point lead by the Knights right now, and if the Grens really want to, you know, bring that lead down, they're gonna have to play a little bit better defense.
Yeah, I agree. They really need to work on collapsing that zone and then really transitioning.
Look at Kowalczyk just strip that ball away. She's gonna take it up back to the Utrecht's, gonna shoot the jumper. It's not gonna fall, but what an effort! But she'll get the ball back. Oh. That's a tough layup. But what a play to end the half by Kowalczyk, just stripping the ball out of the Gren. You know, that's going to be, you know, a great defensive effort.
That is a great job by Utrecht right there. For the Grens, I really think that what they need to do on defense is work on recovering. Seems as if whenever the ball goes into the inside, their defense just collapses, and then when the Knights dish it out, they just can't adjust. They just need to be quick enough to be able to adjust to that ball going to the outside.
Yeah, and you look at the bench right now for the Knights and the Lady Knights, and you just see all smiles. They're having a great time playing good game.
They really are, and we're seeing some people get a lot of minutes. A lot of people are playing a good distribution of points, with Chevelis leading with 11, but Adams close with a 7 points for her tonight, and a lot of points all around the board. And also for the Grens too, they have a good point difference. They've done a good job of containing Murray there. She only has 7 now, 7 for the Grens, but definitely a big difference from her 23 points that other night. So the Knights defense is doing a really good job. I think especially their help defense, is she's a very fast, quick-paced person, and able to really move that ball around. She's a great ball handler. So that help defense, if she beats her man, is doing a good job there.
And it looks like the ball is going to be for the Lady Knights. I'm not really sure what just happened there, but
looks like there was a little bit of a confusion on possession. Looks like they're trying to figure it out at the table right now.
And no, it's going back. And the Knights will start off the fourth quarter with both Kowalczyks out on the floor. You have Utrecht. You also have Gusloff, I believe. And Byrne. It's Byrne for the center position. It's going to be a great line to start the fourth quarter right now.
Job for Byrne.
Look at that defense by the Kowalczyk. Not letting the ball get passed around. Let's see. Murray is going to have pass it off for an open shot. It's going to be off, but Utrecht's going to be carrying it up the floor.
Easy rebound there for Utrecht.
To Kowalczyk.
I think the Grens really need to use their height to their advantage, with Kendeffer down there at 6 feet, and also Ingebrigtsen at 6 feet also. So they definitely need to use that to their advantage, especially on offense.
Right. And here you have Kowalczyk, passes to Kowalczyk, and hey, jump shot, it's off. Oh, Byrne comes up with the rebound, but it's tripped up a little bit.
A great look there for Mia Gusloff, right in the middle, wide open, no one on her. That's really where I think the Knights are going to get most of their open shots, right in the middle, because it looks like the Grens are just not covering that area that well.
And it looks like
behind the back by Murray there.
And Murray's going to dribble it up the court. Tia now in the game. Tia Saldon, who's actually running for president here at Prospect High School.
For the AP Gov mock election there. Looks like she'll be responsible most likely for Kendeffer, using her height at 6'1" to Kendeffer's 6 feet.
Yeah, she checked in for a Gusloff, so hopefully get some height advantage going.
Yeah, I think Sadlin was actually called for a lane violation more than 3 3 seconds in the lane there, so we'll see what she does on defense.
Now Murray dribbling up the court. I felt like Murray has played all game.
I do believe so, and I think that's obviously the best choice.
Yeah. Tia comes up with the steal. Yeah. Back to Diutrek, to Kowalczyk, back to Diutrek on top of the three-point line. Back to Kowalczyk, so shooting open with 3, and boom goes the dynamite for Kowalczyk, and she's going to knock down that three-pointer.
That was a great look, great outside passing, especially with that zone. Got to pass quickly to really get that zone out of place, and you'll eventually find the open man there.
Murray finds the open man, and she'll drive and scores it, but I believe
foul on the floor, no shot.
Yep. Substitutions will come in as we see Savalas check back in for Diutrek. Diutrek's played an amazing game so far. You know, great job of ball handling. You know, really controlling those turnovers that were happening earlier in the first quarter. As talking about turnovers, Byron takes the ball
and then knocked away there by Mesnikov. We have Wyatt Diutrek just sliding under the camera as his sister's out on the floor right now, or on the bench right now, was out on the floor just a second ago.
Saldo gets in a little bit of a hand tingle there, but she'll keep possession of the ball.
Yep, that's that Gren's aggressive defense, really trying to get those turnovers to make up that 17-point deficit there.
Yeah, Saldo will inbound it to Kowalczyk. Stephanie Kowalczyk now pass it off to Saldo. She'll knock down the jumper.
There by Sadlin.
Murray dribbling up the court. Primary ball handler for the Gren, and that's something you're going to see all season for the Grens. She's definitely going to be the one with the ball in her hand when there's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Murray. Really pulling out all the tricks.
Yeah, and 3 for Murray. It's going to be off. It was an open shot, and that's what you're looking for. An open shot, as Kowalczyk will, hold the ball down here. It's going to reset.
Yeah, Murray has just her outside shots just have not been falling lately. I mean, I think most of her points were from layups, or short floaters, but.
Yep, and Kowalczyk back to Saldon, open for a three-pointer. It's going to drop, increasing the lead by the Knights by 22 points now, and the game just completely ran away from the Grens here.
That'll be Chevelis' 14th point.
Timeout for the Grens.
Great job by Chevelis tonight. Really great job, especially on both defense and offense, as we see that 14 points, but also a bunch of steals we see for Helen Chevelis here. Really doing a good job for the Knights. Also taking on the big job of guarding Megan Murray here, and really, as I said, containing her to 7 points tonight is a great feat for the Knights. For the Knights, they knew what they needed to do, and they definitely have done it here. Coming back into the fourth quarter, we see a new face, Ellen Sherwood, along with Stephanie Kowalczyk, Helen Chevelis, Tia Sadlin, and Kayla Byrne.
Yeah. And they're adding height,
Tia definitely adding some height here.
Sherwood coming in 5'6", so she's definitely up there in height. So it's gonna be good for the Knights.
Yeah, definitely, especially down there against Kindaffer, as we've seen her height she's taken advantage of that a bunch of times, especially on defense with those 2 or 3 blocks she had tonight.
Yeah. Murray will get the ball off the inbound, take it up, and here you see something different. You see the post players for the Grens, they're not down there anymore. They're up by the 3-point line, and I'm guessing that's game plan here as they get a rebound here. Passes it out. Armwood here. Passing it back inside the post.
Nice effort there by Ellen Sherwood, but just caught a little bit of the hand right there.
Yeah, and I think the game plan right now for the Grenadiers is going to be, make some three-pointers.
Yeah.
You're down by a lot with 4 minutes left.
And really,
as he now just entered the bonus, Murray will score a floater.
It's those floaters that she really.
And look at the pressure she's putting on Sherwood here, on Chevelis. Sorry.
You really got to respect Murray and also the whole Grenz team for not giving up here. We can tell just by their playing that they are not giving up in this game. They are aggressive on offense, aggressive on defense. Murray really trying to take it into her own hands to get her team back up from this 20-point deficit.
Yeah.
The Knights right now, I believe, are going to start trying to take time off the clock here with only.
Hold the possession for a little longer. 20-second timeout was called. Trying to drop some plays here, get Murray either open for a three-pointer or just someone to get the ball in through the net for the Grands. They haven't scored a lot of points the third or the fourth quarter. They've been kind of left behind here.
They need easy points and they need them fast. That's what they need. I don't think that they're going to want to shoot very risky shots, not a lot of threes, I don't think, but they're going to want some really easy points that they can get fast. So I bet we'll see a press defense coming out for the Grands and also a lot of fast breaking. Because that's what they're good at. That's what they're going to do.
Kowalczyk gets an open lane, wide open. She does miss the layup, though. But for the Grands, it's not something you want to see. You're down by a lot. You can't leave those open layups.
Good job by Sherwood getting that nice block shot.
Murray again with the ball. Pass it. Trying to see what's going to, trying to find that open man to get the ball through the net. Trying to get some confidence going.
Nice defense there by Sadlin. Really stopping Troush down there. Had to dish it out.
Oh, ball on the floor. And it's something we've seen all day. The ball just staying on the floor. So many bodies just dropping. But here we have coming up with the ball to Kowalczyk. Saldon open in the paint. She'll miss it, gets her own rebound, puts it back up. And it's good.
Great job by Sadlin there. Never giving up on that shot. Trying to get her own
and the
rebound.
lead just keeps on increasing for the Knights. And unfortunately, I think the Grands are out of time.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 52 seconds left and about a 24-point deficit. I don't think there's much to do, but a nice block there by Sadlin.
Trying to put up some threes here. Trying to kick it out. Here we go again. Murray by a three-point line, and they're just crossover, takes it into the lane.
Nice
we'll miss
there,
a layup, gets a, and that's been the story all night, for the Grands. A lot of offensive rebounds, but you just can't turn them into points.
Yeah, and that was a great job by Megan Murray, really showing her versatility as a player, splitting that defense, driving that lane, doing what she can for her team. Great job. Also, I think a great defense by the Knights right now. Sadlin really being aggressive down in the paint. We can see, making sure that she is the one who gets that rebound.
And I think there's also a repeated story from the Wheeling game for the Lady Knights. They, while you might not feel it, they take the lead and they run with it.
Took a little bit to get there, but once they got it, they're gone.
As Dietrich will inbound it. She's going to inbound it to Amanda Baum. So she's going to be a new face in the game, and that's some miscommunication there.
Surprised there wasn't a foul there.
Well. Looking for Amanda again. Looking at the ball. There she gets. She gets the three-point line, and you should just a lot of press. And here with the lineup that Coach Miller just put in, I would imagine these are her top free throw shooters. As it's what's the game's gonna kind of come down to here.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like there was a little miscommunication. Beals thought she was getting 1-1, but not
here
quite.
Here we go. Look at
the
turnover. All right, there we go. It looks like the
that'll be
the Grenadier ball. Grenadier ball here. First on Sadlin. Yeah, Sadlin here. So.
And we will start the bonus. You know what, Eric? I would say the last few minutes in a basketball game are the longest.
They surely are.
Yeah, as teams will start fouling. Or more so, the Grenadiers will start fouling.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the Knights right now, you just want to make sure you're gonna knock down those free throws. You're not gonna turn over the ball. You're gonna hold the possession. That's what you're looking to do here, to get that lead.
No turnovers, no stupid mistakes.
Yeah, and no fancy play. You know, you want to make sure that you keep the possession, and that's what's gonna come down to. As we'll see another new face here for the Knights come in.
Jolene Newhaven come in for Deutrecht here. Deutrecht has had a great night tonight, as we've seen, but Newhaven actually.
And this is not something you want to see as the Knights. You don't want to let that ball just keep on getting turned over as Amanda will throw it in.
Looks like she was kind of looking
it was either she was going out of bounds on their end or on the sideline, and she chose the sideline, which is a little better.
Newhaven here actually have gotten the chance to play with Joe a little bit in both tennis and badminton. She looks small, but she is definitely a force to be reckoned with. She is actually
the Grens will keep possession there. Interesting call here.
Yeah. But she's actually a 9th place finalist in IHSA badminton there.
That's awesome.
Very
like to see the multi-sport athlete as Amanda just runs into Murray there.
They'll be in the 1-on-1. This is not exactly what
I believe that's going to be 3 for Murray.
I think just a 1-on-1 as it wasn't a shooting foul though. But definitely not what the Knights want to be doing right now. They want to be the ones getting fouled, not necessarily be the ones fouling, but as Kneffer gets a nice
look at Amanda with the box out.
Rebound.
She's fighting for that board. That's what you like to see. You like to see for the Knights, you like to see them hustle. You want to see them, keep that ball, which has kind of been a struggle here to kill a little bit of clock. And you want to move it up. You definitely don't want to do that. But the Grants called timeout before Murray went out of bounds, and they will hold possession.
That's
what a play.
A sleek move by Coach Buxton over there. But, yeah, we see the Knights really kind of getting frazzled by that press defense. Looks like Marie Miller will be drawing something up to try to get someone open there.
Yeah, I'm sure right now the Knights should be focused mainly on defense and, make sure when they're on offense that they keep possession of the ball. They're able to kind of hold off that double team that always happens and always causes turnovers for the Knights. So I'm sure that's what she's going over right now.
Oh yeah, definitely some press break in order. They just need to get the ball up the court. That's all they need to do. I think once they pass that half court line, then Elk Grove will start fouling. But really, they need to get past that point.
Yeah, they'll stick with the same lineup. Doesn't look like anybody new is coming in.
We'll actually see some new faces. Olivia Cardi coming in, as well as Megan Prisby. Let's see what they can do for the Knights.
Let's see what. Look like 2 guards.
Yeah, definitely trying to get that ball handling skills in there as they try to take.
And that up tempo, make sure they are pressing on defense. And when they're pressing, like you see right now, they can actually make it back on defense. Defense here. Looks like Murray will get the ball off the inbound. Man-to-man still for the Knights. She'll knock. Remember,
nice 3 there by Duckman.
Duckman will knock down the 3. And you need to inbound this ball here for the Knights. Sadlin gets the ball. And I'm guessing this is why Miller putting 2 more guards. Sadlin is more of a forward than a guard.
As New Haven.
Sadlin back to New Haven. Yeah, so and this is what you want to do here. You see, they're not double teaming. They just double team Amanda here,
And that's what you not. And they get the ball back tonight. This is kind of a
back-to-back
turnovers here.
Game right now, but we'll see as the Knights.
Yeah, and another turnover here for the Knights, and the turnover for the Elk Grove, and everybody's hitting the floor.
Oh no!
And there's an open three for. I believe that was Duckman, and she'll knock down another one.
I believe that was
Tierney, right? Yeah, Tierney will knock down a three here.
Nice three. The Knights really need to calm down right now.
And back to Amanda. And you want to make sure you keep possessing the ball as
Amanda Beals
will be shooting too.
Or a 1-on-1 actually.
1-on-1.
But yeah, kudos to the Grenadiers for really not giving up. Even though they're still down 14 make that 15 now with 35 seconds left. Obviously, their intensity is still there from the beginning of the game to the end. That's something you got to respect there, Eric.
Yeah. Tonight, the Knights has played just amazing.
They did a great job.
The first quarter was a little bit rough, a lot of turnovers, but Coach Miller went over with that, and you saw the second, the third quarter, the fourth quarter. Very limiting those turnovers, able to find the open man, knocking down the open shots, and that's the key to success. She said defense is the key to success, and that's what happened.
As Beal's second is good.
As we also see here, the boys, Elk Grove team is ready to go.
They are ready to get at it.
Yeah, as Murray will hold the ball, Duckman driving and one. And here the Grants have been playing great the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter here, but it's just going to be a situation of too little too late. They cut the lead down to about to 14, which
back from about 20.
Yeah,
22.
back to about 22, which I believe was the largest lead of the night.
Yeah.
But
still nothing.
Now a 12-point game with 23 seconds left in the game, and you just start to think that this game is over as this Murray comes up with the ball here. She'll dribble it up, but yeah. As Duckman is going to shoot a three. It's going to be off a little bit, but
off of the top.
Yeah, 6.6 seconds left in the game, and
as the Knights will hold
game
it.
will be over. And the Lady Knights come up big here. They beat the Grands 55-42.
And great showing here by the Knights. And also a great effort by the Grenadiers here. Just fell a little short, but the Knights come out victorious 55-42, making their record 4-2. We will see you a little bit later for the boys' game in about half an hour.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, definitely was. Hey,
let's go. Kennedy Miller, let's go. Yes, you. You're doing the game. Yeah, let's go, Grandma. You just called an entire game. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I have a question for you. I got a question. Take your question.
Right now for Coach Camardell, it's a lineup that consists of all seniors with TJ Johansson, Ben Miller, Sam Murray, Michael Slupski, and Ben Zelmer, all, as I just said, are seniors.
You know, I think it's a good move by Camardell to start to give the seniors who have had that experience, all of which were on the team last season, and they have that experience at varsity, to be able to start off that game strong.
Well, yeah, they really have, but I think at the same time they haven't had that same experience because, again, last year was such a senior-oriented team, really. 2 players last year played real significant minutes for the Knights last year. Not saying that they didn't get in, but they didn't play that same time they're going to be playing this year. So I like that they're getting them in early. Prospect was victorious in its last week against Wheeling. Very strong start for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
In that first 2 minutes, and then it just went south.
Absolutely, and I think that'll be important for Prospect. And I mean, for Elk Grove, too, for both teams, you want to get off to that strong start so you can take a stranglehold almost on the game and control it your way for the rest of the way.
And especially for Prospect, this game just becomes essential because you have Hersey next week in their building.
Right.
Big event coming up. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary for their boys program. Stay tuned for that broadcast next week of both the boys and the girls game from beautiful Ken Carter Gymnasium.
On our show, Prospect Basketball Weekly, we talked to both girls head coach Marie Miller and boys head coach Jean Camardell. We talked about the importance of getting these wins early in the season to build up your conference record.
Here we go, 6'8", against Ben Zelmer, who is 6'2", and it winds up with the Knights, who will start with the basketball first. Johansson was thinking about it, decided maybe not. Johansson, a lot of fakes here early from TJ. And he's going to find Murray. He's going to drive up. No, rebound by number 52, Tim Varga. Talk about how big and physical these guys are.
Tim Varga is the perfect example of that. You know, a real solid centerpiece in this team.
And Matos threw it that looked like was heading toward the direction of number 1, Riley Rathman for the Grenadiers. He was a starter last year for the Grens as well. It'll belong to the team who has a Grenadier as a mascot. They're going to give it up to the 6'8" Sing Sing. It does help when you have a guy that's 6'8". Just take the ball and hop over your guys. As you see, Michael Slupski's going to get the assignment on him. As here's Akinsar. He's going to drive. Sing Sing. Hello. But an offensive foul.
Wow.
Offensive.
Sing Sing just showing off that height, you know, slamming it down just for fun.
That offensive foul is going to be on Kanzar, and that's going to be an offense. That's a huge turnover. That's 2 points right there from Brian Sing Sing, who that did not look it looked pretty effortless getting up to that rim.
Absolutely, and for both teams too, you got to make sure that you're clean on those plays where you can get those easy points that could come back and bite you later.
Here's Slupski over to Ben Miller. Zelmer, the left-handed shooter. Down into Slupski. Johansson. Back to the top. The Knights will try something else. Zelmer, fake. Shot pass there. Murray for 3. That's good.
Fantastic ball movement by the Knights. Everybody on the outside. Murray, Slupski, Zelmer, all of them touching the ball. Great ball movement. Keep that up throughout the game.
Knights start out with the tray. A lot of pressure from the Knights defense led by Brad Rathy. Here's a shot good by Tim Varga. They put a lot of pressure on Jeremy Kim and Michael Best of the Wildcats last week. Expect to do some more of that tonight. Johansson outside the arc. That's off. And a rebound there tipped by Matos and into Riley Rathman's hands. Matos. Rathman up. No. And a rebound by Murray. And Matos almost got it. Murray's wide open on the outside. You see him. He's right there.
Yes, he is.
I can't believe the Knights haven't found him yet. But Miller puts him up. No. But a rebound there from Sing Sing and a stoppage of play.
With an important, you know, with how big we talk about this Elk Grove team, it's important for the Knights to be able to make those shots so that they don't, you know, lose the rebound game to Elk Grove, because that's just the ball going right back to them. And if they keep missing these shots, it could add up later.
Absolutely. Murray was pretty open.
He was.
I'm sure the Knights will get that fixed. Here's Rathman for 3. That's off. And a rebound by Varga. Varga goes up. No. And Varga is going to, foul's going to be called, I think, on Ben. Who's it going to be called on? I think it'll be on Varga for.
It will be.
3-2 Prospect with 5:11 left in this opening quarter. Elk Grove's putting 3 guys near center court. It's going to leave somebody open. Zelmer is going to be fouled by somebody wearing the green jerseys, and Sean Cherry, number 24, will join the fun. And he's going to take over Tim Varga, who has 2 fouls under his name tonight. Johansson's wide open. That's off.
Nice look by Johansson there.
And a rebound by Akinsar, and Sink will use those long arms. Keep it out of the way. Prospect shot very well against Wheeling. 50% to end the first half. It's going to be tough to replicate that, but that's definitely something.
Anytime you're shooting 50%, you're having a good night on the floor.
Absolutely. And Sink through that into row number 3. But it is Elk Grove who will retain possession. The Grenadiers are led by a new man. His name is Nick Oram. Used to be the head coach in Dixon, Illinois. As Rathman is going to get fouled by Ben Zelmer.
Nice try by Zelmer, but you got to watch those hands. Got called on the foul there.
Oram is a gym teacher at Grove Middle School in Elk Grove. Does not work in district. He replaces Anthony Furman. He's been head coach for a while out there in Elk Grove. And Rathman cannot hit the first. Interesting decision to put Sink all the way in the back and not on the block. He's about 6 inches taller than Ben Miller and Michael Slupski. Sink does not hit either. And Zelmer on the rebound. Interesting decision there.
Yeah, Knights haven't made a substitution yet, still keeping that same starting 5 out there halfway through the first.
And Johansson pressure. Here's Slupski. Johansson, Murray, Zelmer. That's off. Rebound by Akanzar. Knights even without John Kreidler, Prospects got to win the rebounding battle tonight.
Absolutely.
Here's Sink in the block. Up. No. Rebound by Murray.
Sink with his height, it's just hard to combat that when he's down in the paint fighting for those points.
Absolutely. It was double team. Looked like he was double teamed late. Johansson faked again.
Knights are getting good ball movement, just haven't been able to get some shots to stick yet.
Or drive in the paint. They haven't been able to do that yet.
No.
They've been settling a lot outside. So that's dangerous sometimes. There's Zelmer. He did that. No foul called there. Sink on the block. Just a little far for the reach of Matos.
Camardella trying to make some adjustments, try to bump up the score a little bit of Prospect leads. 3-2, just under halfway through the first.
And what a matchup we have next week at Hersey. Boys will celebrating their 50th anniversary. That'll be a fun one. John Camardella, as you may know, a graduate of Hersey, as Sam Murray knocks down a 3 to extend the night lead to 4.
Now they start to drop. It'll be important to Prospect to continue to get these shots and build up that lead early if they want to stay control of this game.
But you can't rely too much on that offense, on that outside shot, because if you shoot 20%, it won't help. Here's Matos. He drives on Miller. Sink. There's a wide open Cherry layup, good. Looks like they're double teaming Sink in the paint.
You know, double teaming has its benefits and its disadvantages, and that you show right there that you have the 2 on Sink, but that leaves Sean Cherry wide open to get those points.
Ben Zelmer wasn't careful enough, and it is out of bounds as Jack Schneider and Grant Hiskis will sub on in. Just got the outside of the line, and I think 16 Elk Grove officials saw that one as well. Only one man on Matos. There's Akanzar back to Rathman. Akanzar drives, looking for Sink Sank. And Hiskis dives for it. He's got it.
Nice
and it's
play
given
by Grant.
Yeah, very nice. Here is Miller. Looks. That's going to be taken away. Jerry almost lost his dribble, but he held on to it by a matter of inches. Schneider playing very close on Matos. He's going to... Don't know what that was. Any ideas?
Slipped out of his hand, or he could have just been passing to Murray himself. I don't know.
And Elk Grove, and it looks like Rathman was out of bounds. He'll belong to Prospect. Prospect is wearing the white with the blue instead of their all-white color fusion uniforms that we saw last week. Good look on them.
I think it is. I think the white at home is a clean look.
Absolutely. Kanzar slows it down. Matos. Rathman. Hiskis on him. Rathman up. Go. And Sink Sank is good.
Hiskis just cannot combat with Sink Sank tight. I expect Sink Sank to have a really nice game tonight. Already has 2 points. We'll see if he can continue.
And watch out for the rebounds, too. Murray. Into the post, Miller. He's at Schneider. A lot of fakes are going to need to be done in the paint against Sink Sank tonight. Johansson had it. Murray does too. That's off. Rebound, Sink Sank. And we're going to be heading that way. And Sink Sank, it looks like through an elbow. To Grant Hiskis. Already emotions firing up here today, Connor.
Absolutely. You know, it's an MSL East games. Emotions are going to be high. That's what you get when you have these rivalry games. We'll see which team can hold their temper the best.
Emotions are high, and we have Santa Claus in the gym as well. Who would have thought? Cherry's double teamed by Schneider and Zelmer. That gets out. Rathman, Cherry's wide open. There he goes. That's off. And a rebound there. And Wolak. Zelmer from the outside. No. Rebound, Hiskis. And Matos will give Elk Grove the ball. Nice job there from the Grenadiers with some effort. And Hiskis and Matos are going to exchange pleasantries.
Throwing some elbows there. It was pretty interesting to see. You know, Elk Grove's bench is getting Hiskis fired up too. We'll see
if 2 elbows.
See if somebody takes it a step further. We can get a technical called.
Just wait. Who knows? Beautiful act of sportsmanship there from the 2 teams. Matos has Schneider playing right up on him. Jerry. Sink Sang. That's off of Zelmer. Or off of Hiskis.
So far, they're hanging tough in the game, but the Knights have just looked sloppy this first quarter.
Yeah.
Really hasn't been their best basketball.
Jerry's going to go, and that's going to be a push on Jack Schneider. Looks like he got to Matos a little late. And Nick Orem is fired up.
Orem's fired up. Everybody, the tension seems to be just boiling over in this room. Everyone's getting pretty pushy with their plays.
Absolutely. Cherry to throw it into Sink Sank to Cherry, and a block will be called on Wolak. Knights are picking up the fouls. That's 4 here in the first quarter.
Important. They're going to have to shut down those fouls. If they keep, continuing the way that they've been fouling Elk Grove so far, that will kill them towards the end of the game.
Sink Sank going to take it, then give it over to Matos. Rathman on another lefty Zelmer. Sink Sank. Hello. Nice moving in. It's 8-6 Grenadiers.
Elk Grove leading for the first time tonight. We'll see if they can build up their lead a little bit or Prospect can come back.
Their bench is looking to keep that momentum on their side with 13 to go. Murray in trouble. Now Hiskis, Zelmer. They got to put up a shot relatively shortly. Hiskis, Murray, they got to put up a shot like right now. And Schneider, no good. And after 1, it is a 8-6 Elk Grove lead.
I think it was just a sloppy quarter from both teams, really, especially Prospect. They looked to be hit that first 3 from Sam Murray, but other than that, they really did not look strong in that first quarter.
And I think they're going to need to drive the paint. I know
Absolutely.
John Kreidler's out, but even without him, you got to find some real estate down there and just say, we're going to beat you inside. But with Ryan Sink-Sank in the middle of the paint, it's going to be tough for them.
Absolutely.
Having that 6'8" presence that he is. And having it. This is a very different Elk Grove team compared to last year. It just seems like they're playing with a new energy, and I absolutely love that.
Oh, I do too. Absolutely, it's really great to see because it makes for a better, a stronger game. But Prospect, I think they almost overestimated Elk Grove a little bit. They're really gonna have to start picking up the pace. You know, this isn't a team anymore that you can, you know, take your foot off the gas pedal and relax. You got to play hard and tough against this team.
And when this season started, I kind of was talking to you about this. I said, you know, Elk Grove isn't going to be that. They're going to be interesting.
Absolutely.
Them and Wheeling are two teams that they were in the bottom of the conference last year, but they're two teams that are getting better. They have a lot of experience on their rosters, and it's starting to show here in that first quarter, as T.J. Johansson will start the second quarter with the basketball. Zelmer. Rob Lombardo is in, number 10 for the Knights. 6'5". That might be an answer to Sink-Sank.
Good. Rob's one of the taller guys on their team.
They have a lot of tall guys on their bench. Zelmer outside the arc for 3. That's good.
There we go.
He had a big night against Barrington on Tuesday night.
And if the Knights do continue to keeping the ball on the outside, not really driving like they have, they need to make those shots or else it'll kill them.
Here's Burns. Brandon Burns is a sophomore. Definitely going to be a fixture in that program for years to come. Cherry on in. It's going to be looks like it's going to be on the floor or maybe in the act of shooting. Who knows? 2 shots. 2 shots. One official called 2 shots. The other one said on the floor.
And looks like we're taking our shots.
9-8 Prospect, 7:13 remaining in the second. Wide 2-track Connor Graver from Jean Walker Fieldhouse as Sean Cherry has just tied the game at Nueve.
And with that, Cherry takes the lead for Elk Grove, up 10-9 now.
Let's see if Elk Grove puts any more at that end. Right now they have Rathman on. It looks like both Johansson and Zelmer putting pressure, but Prospect's got to take advantage of the open person that's going to come to that. Here is Willock. He's working on Burns. There's an open person. It's Miller, it looks like. Zelmer up. No. Sink-Sank. Lombardo, no. And Sink-Sank got the rebound to an angered Prospect team. They are not happy.
No, absolutely not. You know, it was a great drive by Zelmer and the great rebound by Lombardo, but got to be able to finish those or else it does you no good.
And Sink-Sank passes a little too tall for him. Kind of tough overthrowing a guy that tall. Yeah, this game, you're right, Con. This game's getting chippy. Now, and I think coaching staff not too thrilled with that either. But it was good seeing Prospect attack the paint there.
Absolutely.
That's because fouls will come. Here is a shot from Lombardo. That's up. Rebound Cherry. Matos. Rathman on the break. Now Rathman. Sink-Sank is going to be fouled.
Prospect really just looking lost right now. This is not the same team we saw a week ago against Wheeling.
And the foul's going to be called on Lombardo. Here comes Matt Crimmins in for Sink-Sank. And I think Lombardo is going to be coming out as well. So it seems like, I think Lombardo is going to get a lot of, is going to be basically on Sink-Sank duty the whole night.
I believe so, and I think, you know, he's one of their better players that'll be able to combat a guy like him with his size.
Here's Matos. Burns. Rathman to Matos. That's up. That's off. And a rebound by Johansson. Knight's going to go on the fast break and a little grab by Riley Rathman. Elk Grove's 4th team foul of this half. Here, Johansson. Zelmer. Miller's wide open. He's going to take a shot. That's off.
Gotta make those shots.
And Prospect will lose the possession on the jump ball. Matos is feeling the pressure from the Prospect Knights. Oy, backcourt right there. But right on the line, wasn't careful
Great
enough.
call by the ref.
That's a really tough area to catch a pass when you have guys on you.
Absolutely.
And it looks like John Camarillo will use his first timeout, a 30-second one.
I think the focus of Camarillo's timeout right now should just be calm the game down, try to get back control, you know? I still think Prospect is still a stronger team overall, but I think they just kind of got caught off guard at how strong Elk Grove has started this game.
Yeah, I do agree. You were thinking I was going to say something else, but yeah, they got to calm. They got to calm down. Just absolutely.
Play their game, calm down. Caught them off guard. Now it's important. We'll see how quickly are they able to calm down, if they even are at all.
I think you just got to, right now with no Sing Sang in the game, you got to attack the paint more.
Absolutely.
Because Sing Sang is providing that chip of the Elk Grove Grenadiers that are just making it just like an absolute unbelievable atmosphere. Here is Johansson. Murray. Elk Grove really, looks like they're in a 3-2 zone. Now playing man, and it looks like Zelmer caught Crimmins sleeping at the bucket.
Big play from Zelmer. He's fired up. They're going to need those points. That's key.
Looks like Crimmins was just about to head back, and Zelmer took advantage. And we have an intervention. There we go. That Crimmins on the foul. Zelmer will shoot for a 2-point lead, which will now occur. 12-10 Prospect with 5:05 left in the second quarter. Now Elk Grove's feeling the pressure from this Prospect defense. Nick Orm. And there's Rathman wide open layup. Good. They found the open man.
They did. So far, sorry to interrupt you there, but so far just a back and forth game. You know, both teams haven't shot too well from the field, but they've hung well with each other.
Pressure is coming from Prospect. They're starting to pressure Elk Grove a little more. Miller's at the top. Rathman is there. Burns not too far from him. Zelmer. Murray's wide open. He's going to put it up. That's off. Rebound by Johansson. Good ability. It's going to be on the ground. And we'll have an out-of-bounds play.
Great rebound by Johansson. Key to keep the ball in here. Looked like he flew out of nowhere and got that rebound.
Absolutely. He's got good height for a guy who's 5'11". Good vertical there.
Johansson, you know, he reminds me of last year. David Swidera, that small guy, that nitty-gritty, that, you know, great ball handler that'll fight for those balls.
As Michael Slupski puts it in. Good inbound play there from the Knights. And now Sing Sang is coming on in. See if Elk Grove, and Elk Grove has thrown a lot of wide passes here early. Good move there from Miller. He puts it up. It's good. And I think Jordan Miller just said something to the Prospect Underground. That is just awesome. Murray, Zelmer's open. He puts it up. Bank shot, good.
Prospect looking like they started to find themselves again a little bit. They've so far done really well since the timeout.
Absolutely.
Now we see the Prospect Underground giving, you know, Elk Grove's players a little bit of talk too.
Will knock Brandon Burns down with a 1-and-1. Chance coming. I think Elk Grove, a big key for them is they're trying to make this as chippy of a game as possible.
Absolutely.
Because when they got under Prospect's skin, it really showed.
That takes down any team at all. You get under their skin, you can make, you know, have them make stupid mistakes, then technicals start to pile up too, and then you can take control of the game, and everything falls apart for this Prospect team. Prospects got to make sure they can keep their temper as much as Elk Grove tries to mess with it.
This has been a very, very chippy game. Seen a very. That's fun.
Absolutely.
You like seeing those.
That's what makes it fun.
You like seeing these guys get into it. As Zelmer knocked down the first, he'll look for a perfect trip. It will not happen though. Sing Sang will hand it over to Jordan Miller. And Slupski intercepted it.
Slupski saw that play all the way.
He had an open Crimmins. The Knights have been finding ways to force turnovers for the Grenadiers. Murray. Johansson was thinking about it. Decided against it. Murray. He'll put it up. No good. Rebound Crimmins. 3:04 left in the second. Jordan Miller has it. He puts it up a three. Yes, sir. And now it's only a 1-point Prospect lead. Zelmer. Johansson has Zelmer open again. He's putting it up. How about that?
Absolutely. Still surprising to see. Prospect still isn't driving. You wonder if this is part of Camarella's game plan to keep the ball outside of the paint.
Outside shooting's not going to win you. If you're relying on outside shooting, it's not going to. You might win 50% of the games. He's going to put it up to Sing Sang. He goes up. That's good, and the foul.
Wow.
My goodness. What a move.
Sing Sang, 6 points now, has just been a dominant force for this Elk Grove team.
You know, there's 2 words I think you should say to the Prospect defense on that. Good luck.
Absolutely. Once, you have Sing Sang driving in the hole, it's hard to stop a guy like that.
And Miller is subbed out. Sing Sang knocks it down. 21-20 Prospect. It's already been a fun one from Jean Walker Fieldhouse. And we still got 18 minutes left of basketball. Kanzar.
The way the game keeps up.
Miller, they're putting their hands and they'll get the call. Prospect will be shooting 1-on-1. And there's a stare down between head coach John Camaradella and the far sideline and the sideline official.
The way this game's going, we're looking for a very tight finish tonight. It should be very fun.
It's going to be 1-on-1. Likely. Yep. And he won't knock it down. And Jordan Miller will now take it for the Grens. Next time these 2 teams will meet will be next year, 2019. Except we will change venues. Sing Sang out of bounds. They've thrown a lot of missed passes here in this first half.
It's important. Prospect needs to capitalize on those turnovers like that. Those are easy turnovers that Elk Grove is giving Prospect, but are they able to capitalize and produce points afterwards?
Now this is their big chance with 1:42 left. Maybe get some clock off. And now Zelmer. Murray. And Murray. Nice save there from Slupski. Murray's going to put it up. He's got it.
Wow. Great play from Michael Slupski. Great awareness, seeing Murray keeping that ball inbound. Those are his points.
What looked like a dead play turns into 2 for a Prospect. Watch out. Kanzar on the late. Zelmer there. Here's a 3. It's blocked by Zelmer.
Ben Zelmer.
Have a day.
Ben Zelmer with the block down on Devin McKinney. Great play.
He's doing a lot on offense as well as adding that block there. Sing Sang's double covered here. They got to get it in. And it's overthrown. Seems like their 5th overthrown.
I think it has been.
Here this evening.
And again, capitalize on those turnovers. Those are 3 turnovers you're getting, 3 points you're able to get.
Zelmer needed a water break for maybe 5 seconds. He's back in.
Zelmer and Johansson have played most, if not all, of this half so far. Very impressive to see.
Murray's had a good amount of it too. There's an open Jack Schneider, and he lays it in.
Great awareness by Zelmer, seeing Schneider drive for the hole, finally able to get some points. That's what Prospect needs in order to be successful tonight.
Absolutely. Seems like Prospect has some of the momentum. Miller, he's going to put it up. No. Rebound by Murray. And John Caramello would like them to slow it down.
Seeing the momentum start to shift towards Prospect, seeing that Navy and Columbia wave starting to go Prospect's way.
Navy and Columbia wave. Can there be two waves, two colors? More like a blue and green wave.
That'll work.
Choose the primaries. Zelmer is taking his dear time. Jordan Miller. And a countdown is begun. And a travel. 6.2 left. Elk Grove can bring it within a possession to close the half. Matos and Wallach will enter.
You know, up until about 2 or 3 minutes to go in this first half, it has been a really sloppy game from Prospect, but they've seemed to start to find their rhythm a little bit. Now the biggest lead of the night with 5 points.
I think it's been sloppy on both sides.
Oh, absolutely it has been, but I think Prospect especially, they were pretty lucky to be hanging in this game.
Yeah. Jordan Miller's going to get the ball with 5. He's got 3. They're going to give it to Matos. He's got to put it up. It's no good, and at the end of the first half, it's a 25-20 Prospect lead. Stay tuned for an interview on the sideline with head coach John Caramello. Thanks, buddy. I got to go to the bathroom.
So with John Kreidler out, how have you guys been able to stop 44, and how are you going to continue to do that?
That's a great question. He's a huge presence inside, so we've been working to try and get 3 quarters around front and bring help from the back. We've dove by rather than stayed home a couple of times where they've gotten layups. But overall, I've been pretty happy with how we've controlled the glass. We haven't been dominated despite the size difference. Got to hit some shots, though. We've missed a lot of open looks this first half.
Ben Zelmer seems to be hitting quite a few, though. So how do you think he stepped up?
He kept going right from Tuesday. You know, he had 24 points Tuesday night at Barrington, and a big win for us, and we need it. Our guys are getting good looks, and we always say hot are about to get hot. So second half, I'll remind them, and hopefully we get another game.
Great, and you got a little bit of a slow start, but you picked up some momentum going in the second quarter. So how are you going to bring that momentum into the second half?
It's keep an attacking zone. Whenever you look at a zone, a lot of times it'll slow tempo. We just got to keep guys playing forward. We say playing downhill. Let's try and find places where we can punch gaps on the dribble and try and keep the momentum going towards the hoop.
Great. Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck.
Yeah, you got it. Good win.
Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Mount Prospect with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Blaze and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Mount Prospect.
buddy. How are you? Hey, you know,
What are you watching right now?
I'm going to be unpopular with the fans, but Grenadier comeback. No one's on it. And welcome back to the heat at Jean Walker Fieldhouse. There is currently a 25-20 special thanks to Tia Sadler for that beautiful flag. How is that for
So she asked him about 44, about selling or not having to get off to the start of the second.
Elk Grove going to start out with the lineup. Rathman, Matos.
It's a little warm out. Temperature's different from up here.
Prospect basketball.
Class is going to be the most fun.
K-Star, Miller, Zahmer, Slutsky,
I'm guessing most of your grades are in there.
Hello? Xander. Connor wanted to about 8.
Spanish at 88. Wow, so you got a lot of going on.
Because you got a guy who's done the calculation yet. About six full inches taller than you are.
Yeah.
But a nice play, nice little opportunity there for the Knights. Matos is going to get called for 10.
There we go. This prospect needs to capitalize on these mistakes that Elk Grove continues to make. We've seen, you know, the silly turnovers right there, or throwing the ball out of bounds. They need to capitalize on those errors.
Yeah. A quick 10 in the opinion of Mark Matos. But it is the gentleman in the black and white, that have the last say. Slupski. Murray's going to reset. Zelmer putting Sink Sank on Zelmer. There's a shot for Murray, good for three. Prospect has its largest lead of the night.
Prospect looking really strong so far. Murray up to 11 points now on the night. Great performance.
A little jabbing and a timeout called by Nick Oram.
There you go. Elk Grove looks to be a little flustered. Prospect came out strong, continuing what we saw right at the end of the first half.
Their outside shooting has been a good start for the outside shooting. A 30 is called from Nick Oram and staff.
I did say it. Did you hear me say it? I did say it.
Brad Raffy is leading the huddle. The defensive master for the Prospect Knights. What a job he does for this Knight team, along with new volunteer assistant Gary Judson.
Absolutely.
That out of bounds play, that first half was on. He just talked to him coming out of the half, was his design.
Yeah. As Coach Judson was walking past us, he said, you know, first out of bounds play, watch out for it. So he was giving us a little peek of what they had to come, planning during halftime.
Sing Sang doubled. This is going to lead to an Kanzar wide open shot, and he nails it. Hutchinson. Here is Murray, Miller, Zelmer. He's got a chance to pop it, doesn't. Slupski will. No good, in and out. Rebound by Achanzar. Almost a carry. Sink Sank up, no, but a late foul's called on a push. Sink Sank will head to the line, to the dismay of one John Camaradella.
Elk Grove looking to try to crawl back a little bit. It was a little more even in the first half. We'll see if Prospect can continue to pull away.
He's continuing to jab at the official. Looks like he's upset over the delayed call, and he doesn't want to hear it. Sink Sank off on the first. And that was a push. I think that was pretty clear. I think the frustration comes with the timeliness of the call.
I agree.
Sink Sank knocks it down. It's a 5-point Prospect lead. Murray, pressure from Achanzar. Zelmer, Johansson thought about it, decided against it. He thought about it again. Wasn't feeling it. Miller's wide open. Varga on him late. No, rebound, Sink Sank. And now Matos with Miller fading back. Sink Sank, Achanzar's wide open. Sink Sank up, no. He's asking for a foul, he will not get one.
Sink Sank looking to get a little bit frustrated. Hasn't been as successful as he was in the first.
Murray, rebound Zelmer, that's not gonna go anywhere. Great block there from Sink Sank. Here's Sink Sank, and the ball's out. Elk Grove keeps possession. And we are getting chippy.
Very, very chippy. Tim Varga visibly upset.
They're not
fighting to keep that ball.
Elk Grove got a timeout out of it. I think he's going to call a full. And Nick Oram is going to call a full timeout. So Elk Grove will keep their possession arrow in their favor, as Nick Oram and staff use their.
Wyatt, what do you think now? You know, Prospect has a nice 5-point lead. What do you think they need to do to continue that success and try to be able to pull out a win in this game?
I think, you know, we talked about getting into the paint, and they're still not doing that. But now it's just, you got to continue. I guess you got to make your shots.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if you're not going to, you know, drive to the paint, you might as well just, you know, you might as well stay on the outside, but you need to make those shots.
It's not been there for Prospect, and they don't want to have to learn the hard way.
No.
You're going to make, Prospect has been very good with their outside shooting so far, but you just got to be careful with that, because if you rely on it too much, you're going to be down by 15 if you miss like 10 in a row.
Right. It's you know, it's
risky, but
it's a gamble.
But they've shown that they've been able to do it well, so I think out of all the times, you do have confidence in this ability.
Right. Prospects, some great performances tonight from Sam Murray with 11 points. Ben Zelmer, 10 points. Been great stars. Played pretty much almost the whole game tonight. Been, you know, real rocks for Camaradella.
Maybe a boulder. A little bigger rock. Matos got to get in. He was called for the 10 seconds earlier. Doesn't want to get called for 5. Achanzar, Rathman, Matos getting it into the post with Sing Sang. He's going to get, Zelmer is going to get called, I think. Might be Zelmer actually with a hand. Yep.
It will be Zelmer.
It's a hand. Looked like he had a little hand. That's his 3rd. And I think Wolak will sub in just a second as the play is off. Rathman almost lost it. Achanzar saved it there. And they're going to reset. Varga, Sing Sang. That's pretty high for a guy 6'8". Achanzar, he's been able to shoot it well tonight, and he's going to reach around. And Sing Sang will be the perpetrator.
Sometimes that height, you know, comebacks to bite you. You know, Sing Sang, all he can do is just wrap around and get called for that every time.
Zelmer will be heading out. Matt Wolak is in, the junior, number 2. 6'1", 180. For Prospect. God, what a treat. 3 out of the first 4 of these conference games are at Jean Walker Fieldhouse. Obviously, in 2 weeks, we'll see the Buffalo Grove Bison heading into winter break. A silent night, I think it is going to be the promotion, as nice move from Murray to get it over the 6'8" Sing Sang. And it gives the Knights a 33-26 lead.
Absolutely, and talks about that home schedule. That is key for the Knights, able to get home games against Elk Grove, Wheeling, Barrington. You know, you get that home court advantage. It's a strong start in the MSL that can carry through for the rest of the season.
No, and he's going to get fouled by, it looks like, Miller. But we haven't seen Rolling Meadows yet. And,
no.
And they are going to be something to watch.
Yes, they are.
And we will see them here February 15th, I think. I have that date circled on my calendar, as you might know.
Very exciting to see sophomore Max Christie, who's been all the hype, probably one of the best players in the MSL. We'll see where he'll go for his secondary education.
And in 2 weeks, we'll see a guy at BG. His name's Cam Kraft. You might not have heard of him. He's a freshman. He's 6'4".
Wow.
He's been averaging 25 points a game for Keith Peterson's crew. We'll see him in 2 weeks right here on this very court. That should be an interesting one. We also have Tom Trebe, who's such a big guy.
He's out for most of the football season. He'll be able to make his return in basketball. Might be on a little bit of a revenge tour.
You think he's still upset over that Hananiga loss that the Bison had?
Possibly. We'll see.
Varga on Schneider. The Elk Grove bench is getting fired up. Murray will like to silence them. He cannot with that 3. A rebound by Varga. And now Matos. Rathman for 3. Yes! And it's a 2-point Knight lead.
Elk Grove starting to creep back a little bit. We'll see what Prospect has to change.
I think you got to get Ben Zelmer back pretty soon. And a jump ball. Elk Grove's going to get the basketball.
Wow.
And a very physical. And hello. Nice to meet you. These two teams are not too thrilled with each other.
Elk Grove thundering back.
They're showing that frustration, and Camaradella knows it. He is really upset. He's got to be careful. He could get called for a technical in a few moments.
High right now.
He's got to be really careful.
We've reached a boiling point in Jean Walker.
And he's still yapping. That water's starting to bubble. And it'll be bubbling momentarily. Rathman layup. We have a tie game.
Wow.
The Grenadiers have stormed back.
Wow. Out of nowhere.
And now they lose
my goodness.
Prospect is now showing.
If I was Camaradella, I'd take a timeout right now. You need to calm this game down. You need to control this game.
Zelmer and Miller coming back in, and a turnover.
Oh, dear.
Elk Grove has a chance to take a lead. Rathman up. He'll get fouled. Maybe not. There'll be a travel.
There we go. A nice break for the Knights, but still they need to calm this game down and get out of hand almost quickly. We'll see if they can stop the damage.
Maybe trying to do a little bit too much there from Rathman. He's asking what he did. Looks like he took an extra step there. Wow. Elk Grove heads that chip, and it's making the Knights. They're making a lot of mistakes here.
It's the kink in the Knights' armor tonight.
And a foul. Looks like on Alchanzar. going to be, I think, his second. Both teams surprisingly don't have as many fouls as you'd think.
No.
For how much chippiness there's been for the Grenadiers, as they'll update that in a minute. 3 for the team in the white uniforms. So Sean Cherry's going to check in for the Grenadiers in just a second. Hiskis. Rathman tipped it down. Matos came right up. Here's a Murray. He was thinking about it. Decided against it. It's been like 2 different sections of this third quarter.
Really has.
Here's Murray. He'll try and put it up. That's going to be short. Rebound by Varga. And Varga is going to get it. Matos. And belongs to Prospect.
Looked like number 30, Mark Matos. He was trying to argue with the ref that he did not touch that ball, but the ref disagreed, and it'll stay Prospect ball.
Now they're going to bring in Lombardo to probably put him on Sing Sang.
Looks like that's what they'll do.
Well, let's see.
Or, excuse me, might be on Cherry for now.
Interesting. We'll see. Definitely, it's been fun. Through the hands of Rathman. Murray. And Lombardo's got to watch out for potential 3 seconds. Zelmer was thinking about it. Murray drives, foul, a reach around on a Chanzar, no shot. And the Prospect Underground is thinking an and one, but not quite.
Underground getting fired up. The closer and closer this game gets, the more chippier and the more they're going to be, and that starts to wear down on Elk Grove a little bit. It's hard, you know, a high school student to have, 50 high school kids just screaming at you behind you.
Here is Murray for 3, good.
Wow.
Maybe that's what they needed.
Big play, Prospect ends Elk Grove scoring run.
Maybe that's what they needed to get something going. It's been all Elk Grove the past couple of minutes. And we have a foul on Zelmer. That's going to be his 4th.
Tough decision for Camardella now. Zelmer's been a key part of this game so far.
Gotta get him out. Gotta get him out of here. Too early. It's too early.
I agree. They're going to need him late if this game goes the way it is towards the 4th quarter.
Coaches aren't really happy either. Looks like Nick Orem wasn't too thrilled with what just transpired. Sing Sang up. Good, and the foul.
Wow.
Just when you think he has been a driving force, and he has a chance to tie the game back up. Now, sub coming in for Nick Orem. It's going to be Devin McKinney, and Sing Sang ties it up.
Tie game.
Varga is in for Sing Sang. McKinney for Rathman. Maybe a chance from Prospect to get something going in their inside game. 51 seconds left. 36 all here at Jean Walker Fieldhouse. Next week, the Knights take on Hersey.
Definitely the most exciting home game we've seen so far this season. Good
defense. Elk Grove putting the pressure. And John Camardella is still upset. I think 2 years ago he was at Hersey. He got thrown out. And that's going to be taken away by Burns, but Miller gets it back. And a trip is going to be called on Matos. And the Knights got to keep their cool.
They do.
And looks like Matos is still talking. Looks like Matos was talking a little bit to Miller.
See Miller be able to keep a level head. That'll be very important later in the game. He can get real fired up.
Oh, and we still got 8 minutes left. This is going to be a fun one. 36 all. It looks like Prospect's going to wait for one more shot. Who will it come out of? Miller into Slupski. It's going to be an elbow, a little push on Varga. And the Knights will not be shooting yet. Elk Grove's used their last foul to give. What a game.
Absolutely, it's been
low scoring, but Murray's going to put it up. He's got it. Good way
Big
for the
play.
Knights. For the Knights to end the third quarter, they got to put it up. Varga's not going to get a shot on. And it's 39-36.
Got an exciting ride to the finish. Should be a very, very fun last 8
We're
minutes.
we're not gonna have a bumpy ride to the finish.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think the more physical team's gonna win this ball game.
I believe so.
Whoever, just getting them fired up. I think it's gonna be huge.
We'll see if Camarillo finally changes and tries to drive a little bit more. They need to get more physical. The closer and closer this game gets, the later in the game, something needs to change.
They really haven't made like an attempt.
No,
at,
it's been nothing.
But it's worked to this point. Their outside shooting game. They're up 3 on this Grenadier team.
It has, but the problem with the outside shooting is it's so easy to
just
have the
miss.
game swing so back so quickly. As we saw, Prospect had those shots and they were up big, but once they miss 3-4 shots in a row, Elk Grove starts to get some points. That's the problem shooting outside, is that your lead can diminish so quickly.
Elk Grove, I think, needs guys like Rathman to step up here, because he's been Matos has been great for them on their offense. He's had some words from Miller, and he's just making the Knights make some mental mistakes here that you don't usually see them make. And I think John Camarillo is going to talk about that this week on Prospect Basketball Weekly.
Absolutely. Definitely, I think we'll be able to ask them some questions, too, as to why they throughout most of the game decided not to drive the ball. If there was a certain reason, something they saw on the tape against Elk Grove, or just, preference based on this game.
It's Prospect who will start. And Murray inbounds to Johansson. Let's do it. Fourth quarter. 8 minutes. Whether they'll be smooth or not, who knows? Miller with Varga on him. Now with Matos. Elmer's still not in the game, and a loose pass. It's taken away from the Grenadiers. Here is Burns. Burns up. Miller's going to foul Burns, and they'll go to the line for 2.
Great play by Burns, keeping, following through and getting the call from Miller. Now he'll get a chance to go to the line and earn those points back.
Brandon Burns is a sophomore. He'll definitely have his piece for the Elk Grove basketball program's future. Nick Orem as Ben Zellmer joins the fun. He's in for another guy named Ben, this time Miller. Up, no. Oh, it looked like it went off of the hand of McKinney, and it is.
Rookie call. Knights needed the ball back. Important to keep momentum in this game.
Only a 1-possession game for Prospect, but and now any foul will result in a 1-and-1, or a shooting foul will result still in 2. Johansson at the top. Johansson, they're driving to the paint here. It didn't work. And Matos on the rebound.
Nice defense by Johansson, staying with his man Matos, trying
now
to shut him down.
Feet. And here's Sink up. No, rebound by Lombardo.
Sink, he's got to be careful. It's all there for him. All he has to do is make that easy layup. He cannot miss those shots.
Elk Grove playing a 2-3. And that's sent back by, great job there by McKinney to save it. Now he has the ball. McKinney up. That is no good. Rebound by Varga and a foul. Elk Grove's going to have a chance to tie this ball game.
Call will be on Sam Murray. That'll be his first foul of the night. Murray goes over to Camarillo, to conference with him now.
Varga knocks down the first. Camarillo was not on in the school day. He had a field trip with his world religions class today. Didn't get a chance to talk to him before the game about how he felt. But I'm sure he's going to have a lot of feelings about this one.
Absolutely.
Especially with Hersey coming up next week.
I think we'll see on an episode on Tuesday of Prospect Basketball Weekly. He'll have a lot to talk about from this game.
A player, too. My goodness, they're going to be filled with emotion. And now Rathman has checked in. Here we go. It seems like this was the lineup for Elk Grove that really got the Knights off their game in the early portions of that third quarter. Johansson, Zelmer, and a foul. Varga will pick up. It looks like it might be his fourth.
Waiting from the ref.
Yep.
It will be 52. Now Varga in trouble too. Elk Grove's going to need them down the stretch. He's a big body for their team.
And they still got a lot of height on their bench too. It's not like they're short. Zelmer cannot hit the first. Now a basket will give Elk Grove could give Elk Grove the lead.
Prospect the lead.
Well, 2 points if Elk Grove gets the ball. There we go. Zelmer misses them both. And a rebound by McKinney. That's huge. Off of the hand of Tim Varga, and Miller gets it back. And a foul is called on Elk Grove. And we'll be back at the charity stripe. Bad turnover there for the Grens. It's going to be on Sing Sing. It's only his second, so.
Elk Grove needs, Elk Grove, I think if they don't make some of these mistakes they've made so far, this could be a very different score. They could easily be in the lead right now. Prospect has given them every chance to take over tonight.
Miller knocks down the first. He has one more left for a chance to make it a 2-point Prospect lead at 40-39 currently. Will it be 41-39? It will not be. Matos will take it with Zelmer now on him. Knights have been switching who they've had on the up man here for the Grenadiers. McKinney. Matos, he's got 2 on him. Someone's open for Elk Grove. They got to find it. Matos has an open shot. That's off. Rebound Varga. A push. And Elk Grove will keep the ball. Actually, they will be shooting.
Prospect keeping the same 5 seniors they've had in since the start of the game. The 5 have been key tonight.
It'll be a fun matchup in a couple months. And Varga no good. Rebound Zelmer. And he's got to be careful of the line. Looks like he's grabbing something on the way down. This Elk Grove team, they play hard.
They really do. Yeah, their height and their physicality really is what sets them apart.
Zelmer drives, and a foul on Sing Sing. Then Zelmer found out what that looks like. He'll get 2 as a result. Connor, do you want to go out there? Do you want to experience what that felt like?
Oh, definitely not. I do not want to see a Tim Varga falling down on me. That'd be a pretty scary sight to see. How about you?
I need an ice pack, but I think I could do it. Maybe a pillow. Something to land on.
Anything to get those free throws.
Zelmer knocks it down, and Camarillo will take a timeout. So let's see how Elk Grove responds after those made free throws. It is still a 1-possession game, 42-39, 5:27 left.
We've seen just a little bit. We've seen Prospect start to drive just a little as they need to. You can't play a basketball game without driving into the paint. You cannot rely on shooting outside so far, and we've seen it shift a little bit. They're still focused mainly outside, but they start to drive in a little bit.
Absolutely. I think Elk Grove, they got to play chippy still.
They do.
They do. It's really helped them in, I think, every good way. I think it has helped them. Because when the Knights they've been getting chirped at, they've made their mistakes.
Absolutely.
But I think that's what happens with any physical. They're going to be talking at you.
Right.
But it's how the team responds. That's how you determine who's going to win the game.
Agree.
And I think Prospect responds the way they're starting to now. I think they're going to be in good shape.
I think so. You see the underground trying to get the Prospect Knights back into this game a little bit, trying to get a little energy into this crowd.
You know what's going to be nice? Maybe like a quarter of silence in a couple weeks. I won't be able to hear anything but the nice action. Maybe we can hear some of these words that have been exchanged between these players tonight.
Yeah, it's been But these teams do not like each other, and these players have really started to feud a little bit. We've seen it boil over to some points.
I think we were way past boiled.
Melted at this point, would you say?
Probably. The pants melted. And Elk Grove is going to start to find their way out of this pot. They have 2 guys on them and almost a travel. And Cameron was right there. And all righty.
Wow.
Here's a 3 from a Chanzar. A travel. All right.
Just pushing his way through. Really interesting to see how that wasn't called.
Well, that was interesting. I'm sure the official is that's not gonna be the last. This prospect team's just been frustrated all night. But they've done a good job keeping their cool. Slupski, they're moving the ball around. Zelmer. Here's Johansson, he puts it up. No good, rebound, Varga. And now it's in the hands of a Chanzar. Quick, Rathman up, no.
Nice rebound by Slupski there to keep that ball.
Joe Zelmer thought about it. Miller, Murray. Knights looking for something. Looks like they're looking for something outside. Really hasn't been enough movement in the paint. Really, that's where John Kreidler usually is. But the Knights have.
Yeah, we've seen tonight they are.
There's nobody really
out here.
There's nobody been posted up in the paint. 4 to go here in this 4th quarter.
Great ball movement, but at some point you got to take a shot.
They're using their time well. Slupski for 3.
Yes.
That works. And now it's a 6-point game.
Big shot from Michael Slupski. That could be the piece that Prospect can use to pull away at the end of this game.
How do the Grens respond? Matos. There's really no motion going on from the Grenadiers. They got to move. And now a Chanzar. Sink. And we will have another foul on Elk Grove, and we'll be shooting with Murray.
Sink has been off. Hasn't scored since the 3rd quarter. That needs to change if Elk Grove wants a chance in this game.
Jerry's going to check in for Elk Grove. He'll check in for Varga. Maybe, or who? And Nick Orm is giving Tim Varga a talk. How do the Grenadiers respond? Murray is going to be no good on the first attempt. These are big free throws. It's a difference between a 2- and 3-possession game.
For Murray, too, the difference between 19 and 20 points. So get his 20th point of the night tonight.
He's had a good day. It seems like we haven't been talking about him that much.
No, really hasn't too much. Stayed out of foul trouble. 20 points for this team. He's been solid contribution.
That might be the quietest 20 points I've ever seen.
I believe so.
Rathman loses the ball. Miller turned it over.
Great steal by Miller right there.
And Miller showing that emotion. Zelmer, wide open Slupski for 3. Good.
That's the nail in the coffin right there.
Okay.
Prospect looks to be pulling away.
All right. Little too early.
We'll see with this 10-point lead. I don't know.
Here's a Chanzar. No. Rebound, Sink. And Miller's going to get called for a foul. And looked like he had the arm indeed. One and one. It looks like and the Underground's still giving it to him. Sink knocks down the first. It's a 9-point game. Varga back in for Cherry. 2 of 42 left. That's a good question. And Sink knocks them both. We're back at an even deficit for the Grens, which it is 8. Now it is about Prospect using that clock. And Matos will foul. Now this is where these 2 shots become absolutely essential.
I agree.
It'll be Johansson who will shoot the 2 from the charity stripe. I think you got to give a lot of credit to how the Knights have responded under this pressure tonight.
Absolutely. They've done a great job. Off to a little bit of a slow start, but they've found their groove. They've really had a successful game tonight.
Johansson cannot hit the first, still have 1 more.
Johansson, a bit of a quiet night, only has 3 points, but he's overall, really he's had a couple of assists tonight. He's been helpful throughout the game. He's played most of the game, if not all of it.
He misses both free throws. Maybe looked like a couple times ago. And they already called 110. They got to get rid of it. Timeout's going to be called by Nick Oram. That's what the Knights did earlier, forced a 10-second. It's 30 from Nick Oram. That's going to be on the sideline nearest the scorer's table. And I think the only problem though with the Knights, I mean, there's a lot of good things to starting out your season at home, but then you got to go on the road,
right? And
that's really because places like Rolling Meadows, Hersey, they are going to be loud. They're going to be ready.
They're tough places to play.
Even Wheeling too. Wheeling's got a good environment too.
Yeah, they do.
Hardwood Classic coming up in seems like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Prospect will be there.
Be the second tournament of the year. They had a bit of a slow start at the St. Viator tournament, but they were playing some state-ranked team in Elk Grove and Evanston too. Coach Camarella talked about too. He likes scheduling those games at the beginning of the year because it gives them experience. It gives them a very solid team to work with to see how they play as a team.
Rathman drive, look like, and Varga up, good. We have a 6-point game. Elk Grove needs to put pressure because Prospect can just drain the clock. And Prospect, almost a turnover from Zelmer. Guys on the ground for Elk Grove. No rush for the Knights.
Nope. Just kill that clock. That's
Elk Grove's got to start fouling pretty soon. Sink. That didn't work. Elk Grove's going to get a chance. Do you think you get it back out there? Do you really even take that chance with the 6'8" guy right there?
I don't know.
It's an interesting decision there.
See what they decide to do.
Varga. Here's Rathman for 3. Off. Rebound. It's Elk Grove's basketball.
Wow.
And to the dismay of everyone in this building.
Wow.
And I think they're going to change it.
And they will. It's going Prospect's way. Prospect needed that call. Very, very important.
1:29 left. Elk Grove is going to probably need to start fouling relatively shortly. When you start fouling, Connor, around the minute mark?
I'd say so. I think Elk Grove needs to really take control of this game and try to get themselves back into it before it's too late.
Start fouling them like right now. Zelmer at a wide open lane. They got to start fouling like right now. And an offensive foul.
Wow.
Zelmer looked like he extended, and he will.
Wow. Zelmer just in the wrong place in the wrong time.
Wow.
Might have been a little bit of an act from Elk Grove, but he was able to convince the ref, and that's all that matters.
And Zelmer will sit on the bench.
Zelmer will foul out too. That was his 5th foul of the night.
The big one.
That is a big, big loss for this Prospect team. We'll see if they'll have enough time. They'll have 61 seconds left without him.
And a timeout is taken by Prospect. It's like there's an official by the Prospect bench. Looks like Michael Slupski's got blood on the back of his jersey. That was a turn of events right there.
It was, absolutely.
I think you got to give a lot of credit to how Prospect has responded to the adversity, but also how Elk Grove, how they've just kept fighting.
They have. They've stayed. Every time you think they're down, they fight their way back in to tie the game or take the lead a little bit. They haven't been able to jump in front like Prospect has, but they've hung in there.
I think if they watch this broadcast tomorrow during their sessions, I think they'd say that might be the nail in the coffin if you said that with maybe 1:58 left.
We'll see.
Who knows? But we're still a good amount of game left. Elk Grove can make this essentially a one-possession game.
We'll see if Prospect can keep my word, make sure that it is a nail in the coffin. That would be the end of the game, but we'll see.
Slupski is going to be taken out of the game. He's got blood, looks like, on the jersey. And apparently Elk Grove has some investigative teams on the scene.
A lot of commotion to try to find out whose blood that is on the back of Slupski's jersey.
We need to postpone the game.
Bringing a whole investigation.
We are having
get
a
the police involved.
We're having a full check. They're trying to get the game. Elk Grove's trying to get the game started. Nick Norm is asking about the timeout. And Cameronell will use a timeout to get that checked out. All right. So on that note, they continue to check Slupski's jersey. Prospect will use 30 more seconds. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Outback Steakhouse, Buffalo Wild Wings at Mount Prospect. Outback player of the game, who knows who it may be.
We'll see. We'll be able to name that at the end of the game. We'll thank our sponsors again, Outback Steakhouse, Buffalo Wild Wings, Mount Prospect. They do a lot for our program and mean a lot to us. They really help us make it possible. We'd like to thank all of our viewers, too, for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed our game so far and hopefully look for a Prospect win.
We will see whether that Outback player of the game is wearing the white uniform or the green. Here we go. This is an interesting formation for the Grenadiers. 3-on-2, basically. Matos will take it. 1 minute left. Elk Grove's going to need to play with some urgency here. They're taking their time. McKinney. Rathman, they got to get a shot up pretty soon. And a push, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Wow.
Elk Grove not. Matos is going to be called for an offensive foul, but that's not a 1-and-1. It's on the ground. It's an offensive foul, so Prospect. Elk Grove's got to start fouling right now.
Interesting to see why they aren't.
There it is. Varga is going to be hitting his 5th foul. We'll see. And that's going to be his final play of the night.
So
Jerry will head on
Varga,
in.
Ben Zellmer, both fouled out for the night. Great performances tonight, but got in foul trouble late and it hurt him.
Slupski will shoot 2 at the line for the night. Knocks down the first. It is a 7-point Prospect lead. And up. No. Right into the hands of McKinney. Elk Grove's got to hurry. They got to put 7 in a span of 33 seconds. They got to put up a shot like right now. Matos, no. Rebound Miller. Elk Grove will foul.
Getting the applause from the Prospect side. They're starting to see that this game might be a little too much for Elk Grove. Too much and too little time to come back from.
Definitely a performance. Elk Grove is gonna. They know when they see these guys next, that this is something they're gonna remember.
Should be a very exciting game next time we're in Elk Grove.
But who knows? We've seen crazier things. Miller knocks it down. It's a 9-point game for the Knights. and might be the icing on the cake tonight. Outback player of the game, who are you nominating? Do you think Sam Murray?
My nomination would be Sam Murray. I think 20 points tonight. He's had just a dominant performance, and he's really
second that.
Quietly helped this Prospect
Matos,
team.
no. And this looks like Prospect will just run out the clock. They got to get over the line. They do that. And it's going to be Prospect who takes down the Grenadiers of Elk Grove, 52-43. For Connor Graver, T.S. Hadlin, and our entire crew, Wyatt Dutrecht saying so long. From Jean Walker, we'll see you next week from beautiful John Hersey High School in Arlington Heights.
I'm a big fan of their chippiness.